I want to know what you two did to Mr. Fletcher.
Don't know what you're talking about, Vera.
Oh, come off it, Smith. You were up to something, and he wasn't very happy last time I saw him.
You had your chance.
And I thought you screws stuck together.
If an officer can't do his job properly, we ought to know about it.
Ah, no, Vera. If you want to find out about him, you'll have to do it all on your own.
I could report you to the governor.
For what? Has he said anything?
Everybody has a weakness, Vera. Have you got any we should know about?
Shut up, Molly.
Thanks, Ferguson. Oh, Birdsworth, watch where you're going.
Oh, it's all cleared up. No, it's going to give you a hand.
Well, you can always take it back to the dock for us.
Hey, B.
Yep.
You know, I reckon we should teach Fletcher another lesson after what he called us.
Yeah, if he turns nasty, we can always report him to the governor.
You didn't tell me there was another new one in here. G'day, love. If you want to know anything about this place, you just ask me. Me and the governor are like that.
How can you bear it? I mean, that Smith woman's a murderess.
It's what you do in here that counts.
You mean you don't mind these women?
Why should I?
Well, they let you go to uni. You can't have done much wrong. Oh, God. What have you got in common with them?
All right, give it a bill now.
That's got it.
Yep, certainly has.
I reckon it'll take a man to get that unjammed. Okay, let's see how the rest of it's going to work. Oh, come on, lay it on thick, Monty. I want him to get a good dose.
Okay, I haven't finished yet.
What do you want, Edie?
I was hoping I could make myself useful. Have you anything I could do?
Nothing here, Edie, so clear off.
Yeah, go on. Find Lizzie, love.
Do you reckon she's all right?
Oh, even if she did, she wouldn't know what it's for.
Okay, do you want to test it?
Okay.
It doesn't look much like blood, though.
I will for a second, and he won't be expecting it. Yeah, I reckon that'll do the trick.
Mr. Fletcher, I thought you ought to know some of the women are out to cause trouble for you.
No, thanks for warning me, Miss Bennett.
Well, I don't know how they're going to do it. I thought maybe you might know.
These sort of things happen in prisons all the time.
Well, I got the impression that they'd found out something about you that you'd prefer they didn't know.
But why the sudden concern?
Well, maybe I can help. Look, I know these women, and if they can get under your skin, they will.
I think I can take it.
Look, if you've got something to hide, Mr. Fletcher, I suggest you tell the governor.
Oh, I'm sure if you find out whatever it is you think I'm hiding, Miss Bennett, you'll tell her for me.
If those women can blackmail you, they'll try doing the same to every officer. It'll only lead to them getting the upper hand.
Excuse me, Miss Bennett, I got work to do.
Oh, there you are, Reed. Where you been? Would you like a game of cards or something?
No, thank you, Lizzie.
Packed already?
Yes, in 1 minute. 74 years, and it takes 1 minute to pack it all away.
If you were staying here, we could really do this place up.
You can still do it up.
Still look like a prison, though.
Prison can be anywhere. You can have a prison inside yourself.
At least you wouldn't have the screws following you around.
No. No, I won't. To tell you the truth, Lizzie, I don't really want to leave. I must be getting senile. Just having a place to go to doesn't make it a home.
I got a present for you.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It'll help brighten your room up. And you got to have something to remind you of me.
Oh, no, I can't.
I got it from him, Brother Gus, just before he kicked the bucket.
Oh, I couldn't take it, Lizzie. It means so much to you.
To tell you the truth, he was a mean old bastard and he didn't even leave me a cracker. I pinched it and I smuggled it in here up my knickers.
Oh, thank you, Lizzie. Oh, I wish I had something to give you, but oh, I'll take good care of it.
Did you really mean what you said yesterday about staying?
There's nothing for me outside.
Come on, then.
Where to?
We're gonna see the governor.
Ah.
Yes.
Birdsworth and that Wharton woman have asked to see you. They seem to think it's important.
All right.
Come on, you two. Hurry up.
Well, what seems to be the problem?
Edie doesn't want to go out tomorrow, Mrs. Davidson.
Well, that's rather unusual.
And we was wondering how we'd go about trying to keep her in.
We're not running a hotel here, Birdsworth.
Miss Bennett's right, Lizzie.
Oh, you're the boss, Mrs. Davidson. I'm sure you can figure out a way. I mean, it needn't be official. We could keep it amongst ourselves.
It's out of the question. We can't keep anyone here just because they want to stay.
Maybe if you said that she'd done something wrong, that she had to stay, that she was a danger to society. Oh, I'm sure you know some loopholes, Mrs. Davidson. You said your father was a judge.
Don't be ridiculous. She's done her time and she gets out tomorrow.
But she wouldn't cost you a cent, would you, Edie? I mean, she'd work for nothing.
Really, Lizzie, you know better than that.
Well, what's she going to do out there? Nobody wants
We're
her.
not running a charity.
I'd earn my keep.
I'm sorry. It's quite impossible.
Oh, well, we'll have to figure out some other way.
What are you talking about?
Edie'll have to go out and pull off a job, and then they'll have to bring her back in.
Lizzie, that's quite enough.
I couldn't do a thing like that.
No, and I wouldn't suggest you even think about it. Miss Vernon has found you a place to live, hasn't she?
A lousy room. What's she going to do in there all by herself all day?
I'm sure you'll settle in very quickly.
But I want
I am not discussing it any further, Lizzie.
You heard, Mrs. Davidson. Come on, Birdsworth, get moving. Come on. That's what happens when they're waited on hand and foot.
What do you mean by that, Miss Bennet?
Mr. Fletcher has been treating her like some prize guest. No wonder she wants to stay.
She's an old lady.
She's not helpless, but she soon will be if everyone keeps treating her that way. The minute you start acting like they're charity cases, they'll begin to expect it.
Well, she's not going to be our problem for very much longer, is she, Miss Bennet?
I was just stating a fact, that's all. Do come in.
I want to talk to you about Edith Wharton.
I've done all I can do, Mr. Fletcher.
Yeah, I know. Look, what I was wondering is if, well, I could get some money to her without her knowing about it.
Mars, what?
I've got my reasons.
Can I give you a little bit of advice without you biting my head off?
Well, I'm not above listening.
When I first started out in this job, I used to get emotionally involved in nearly every case. I'm told I still do at times. But I found out that that was the quickest way of going insane.
You think you can fix something up?
I think I can.
You better just remember to take this stuff. Bloody mongrels. Every time you want to get out, they keep you in, and every time you want to stay in, they kick you out.
You did your best, Lizzie.
Bloody Vera. This isn't a hotel.
She understands more than you think.
Do you ever think bad of anybody?
I take people for what they are.
Me too. And I know just what she's like. Every time I get a friend, they either have to leave or get moved.
You'll still have plenty of friends, Lizzie. I'll visit you if you like.
Yeah. Maybe you could bring me a heart starter.
I'll do no such thing, Elizabeth.
You know, Ed, I don't reckon I'd know what to do if they ever let me out of here. I've been in here too long. People always telling me what to do and when. I don't reckon I could think anymore. You're lucky. You've only been here a week. It'll be easier for you.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Good night, Ed.
Good night, Elizabeth.